Hey fellas, this is your personal wingman with a special topic today. First dates. Okay, so on a first date, you kind of want to decipher beforehand what do you want to do with this girl? Do you want to date this girl? Do you want her to be your girlfriend? Do you want to marry this girl? Is she marriage material? Which marriage material, in my opinion, would consist of at least an 8 with a good personality. Okay, so an 8 with a good personality, I would consider her a 9. So anytime a girl has a great personality that you get along with, that you like to hang out with, that bumps her up 1 point. So if she's a 7, great personality, she's an 8. If she's a 6, she's a 7. If she's a 9, 10, and so on. Now, so after deciphering, what you want the final outcome of this relationship to be, then you'll be more qualified to make a determining factor of where you want this date to lead. Now, so I'm going to talk about all aspects, but to you players out there, okay, so obviously you want most players don't fall victim to the relationship or marriage for quite a while. I mean, it takes for the players, it kind of takes a while. Sometimes you'll fall victim to that relationship, even love, which I don't really like to use that word, but it does happen. Anyways, if you are looking to bring this girl home and to sleep with her, okay, so you've already determined that before this date. Now, I would suggest not to spend a whole lot of money on a first date with a girl that you haven't slept with yet. Reason being is because if you plan to take home a girl once a week or every other day or every day or whatever, that could get really, really expensive really fast. If especially if you're going through a lot of girls. So what I would suggest doing is maybe bring her to a local bar, somewhere close to your house would be preferable, because this is what's going to happen. You're going to be talking to this girl, you're going to get a few drinks in her, and you're going to want to bring her to your house. If you have a bar, if there's a bar close to your house, it's a lot easier to get her to bring you to your house. Or it's a lot easier to get her to your house if you're right next to your house. So pick a local bar. If people know you there, it's even better. If they kind of know your situation, like, hey, this guy brings in a lot of girls. Usually bartenders are really cool about it, and they won't cock block you. They won't talk about the last girl you brought in or whatever. So get to know your bartenders and things like that close to your house. Have a specific place that you bring girls to, but don't make it so obvious that you bring a lot of girls there or you go there all the time. When you invite this girl to the bar, tell her, hey, there's this nice place. Don't say it's next to your house, because that's a bad thing. Say it's this nice place. It's on so and so street. Don't mention your house at all. I've been there a couple times. It's a really nice place, and they have a good atmosphere and nice people that work there. Blah blah blah. Bring it, play it off like that, like it's just somewhere you've been a couple times or whatever. So once you get in there and they know you, they're going to forget about anything you said anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Bring them in there. Now you're in your element. Okay? This is your bar. You know the people. You go there all the time. You're in your element. Get a few drinks in her. Okay? And then figure out some way to bring this girl to your house nonchalantly. Don't say, You never want to mention your house really much at all. You want to say, oh, you know what, why don't we go to, okay, let me put this, let me give you guys a real life situation. This is something that I've done personally, and actually I did this like a couple days ago. Okay, me and this girl, we were at a bar, one right next to my house. I mean, actually, I can walk to this bar in 1 minute. So, what I did was, we were there, we were talking. Don't give her too much information. If you have kids, tell her you have kids, because girls like kind of a family man. It gives them a sense of security, safety. They like you. So mention the kids, mention, you know, your job, and you're successful, and you're secure, and you like what you do, where you're from. Just subtle things like that kind of give her a sense of security. So on this date, after doing that, getting her familiarized with myself, I tend to always kiss a girl at the bar. Now, the reason I do that is because I know from that first kiss if she's going to go home with me. If she's not going to kiss me, then she's not going to sleep with me at my house. That's for damn sure. So I wait till we have a couple drinks in her, a couple drinks. She's a little bit tipsy, and then I just look over and I say, "Wow, you are so beautiful." And I just go in, just be bold, just go in for a kiss, and just not a makeout session, just a peck. And then back off and say, I've been wanting to do that this whole time. And odds are she's going to say, me too. I've been wanting to do that. Okay? And she'll probably grab your hand, put her hand on your leg. Then you know at that point you're in. Okay? Now getting her back to your house on this first date. If you have a hot tub, like if you live, it's best if you're bringing a lot of girls home, it's best to live in like a condo or an apartment, because you can bring her back to a hot tub and it's a public place. She's not going to feel threatened. And if you have a hot tub in your backyard, it's not so public. She might feel like you're going to kill her or something, you know, and bury her in the backyard. So, inviting a girl to your hot tub or to your pool is a great way to getting her to your house to change into her bathing suit. Okay? That is an awesome way to do it. So, typically, you don't want to tell a girl, hey, bring your bathing suit just in case, because they're going to be turned off. You're not going to be able to ask them to go to your spa afterwards, because they've already been turned off about you asking them before you even go on a date to go in the hot tub. So, don't do that. Don't ask them to go in your hot tub before the first date. Ask them during the first date. Odds are they're not going to have their bathing suit. So this is what you do. You say, hey, well, there's a Walmart or there's a Target right down the street. Why don't we go get you a bathing suit and we can go in the hot tub. Okay, if you've already kissed her, you're holding hands, you're rubbing her leg, she likes you, she's tipsy, she's probably going to go with you to Target or Walmart or wherever and get a bathing suit. So, what you do, you really don't want to go to Target or Walmart. You want to get her out of the bar and in your car or in her car or whatever. But that's just a way to get her out of the bar, and then you can go wherever you want, basically, after that. So you come up with a reason why you have to stop at your house. Okay, like, oh, you know, I left my wallet at my house, or some reason that doesn't sound threatening. Like what I've used in the past is, see, I walked to the bar for a specific reason. And the reason is so that if I'm with a girl and I've walked to the bar, and it makes sense because I live right next to it, so I'm like, you know what, it takes me 5 minutes to drive her, it takes me 1 minute to walk her. So I just walk her. And no girl's going to think that's, they're not going to think anything of it. So I will tell them, you know, can you give me a ride back to my car? And then we'll just take my car to Target or whatever. So when we get to the parking lot, I go, okay, well, my keys are inside, which they're not. They're really in my pocket. But the whole goal is to get them in your apartment. If you've already kissed them at the bar, you get them in your apartment, it's a sealed deal. So my keys are in the apartment. I gotta go in there and get them. Okay, so you don't want to be pushy. So what you do is you tell them, okay, well, I'm going to go get my keys. You can either come with me or you can wait out here, whatever you want to do. Odds are they're going to go with you because they know where it's going. You know, you don't want to be pushy even though they know where they're going. You want to make it seem like you're not trying to bring them to your apartment, but you are in a nonchalant kind of way. So once you get into the apartment, then you're like, okay, well, let me use the restroom or whatever. They sit down on the couch. Would you like a drink? Okay, that's a great thing to ask because it's going to take them a little bit of time to have that drink. They're not going to bring it in the car, obviously. So you make them a drink, then you come sit down right next to them on the couch, and then you continue what was going on in the bar. Okay, you start making out with them. I don't have to tell you what to do after that. That's pretty much how it goes. Nonchalantly get them to your apartment. I don't want to go to Target. I don't want to go to the spa. Not really. I mean, that's not my plan for the night. My plan is to bring this girl to my house and have sex with her in my bedroom. That's the whole goal. So now you know how, on a first date, to bring a girl to your house. Now, for you guys that are wanting to marry a girl, okay, you probably don't want to bring a girl home on the first night that you're planning on marrying. Just because, you know, she might have some religious affiliation or something like that that's going to make her feel bad about doing what she just did with you on the first date. Now, that's not a good thing that's not a good first impression to give your possible future wife. You basically want to know what her beliefs are and just respect those beliefs as much as possible. Now, if you're looking for a girlfriend, okay, well, you know what? Myself personally, I've dated a lot of girls and had actual girlfriends, if you want to call it, that I've brought home on the first date and slept with them. Now, they're not a girl that I want to marry, but that's fine. If you want to hang out with this girl, if you want her to be your girlfriend, bring her home on the first date and sleep with her. It's a great way to break the ice, and I don't think that's going to hinder your future relationship. Well, I'm glad you guys watched the video. I hope this helps you guys. I want to help you get women as much as possible. Please subscribe down below. Look into the VIP package. And again, for you men who might be a little bit nervous, you know, you might have just gotten out of a relationship, you might have, you know, just recently divorced, you have kids, not a lot of time on your hands, please look into our VIP package that allows me to come out and be your personal wingman and help you get women in a real life situation. Thank you again. This is your personal wingman signing off.